Dear students, very good evening to you all. In this evening class, again, I have decided to solve some of problems on Sharpe ratio, treynor's ratio, jensen's ratio, isn't it? So usually these three important ratios, they comes under the portfolio performance evaluation. What we call it as portfolio performance evaluation, isn't it? Just a minute. Okay, sorry for the inconvenience. Yesterday I solved some of the important problems on Sharpe ratio, treynor's ratio, jensen's ratio. So in order to understand or in order to solve the problems of the Sharpe ratio, treynor's ratio and jensen's ratio, we should know the formulae of respective ratios. So let's in order to recall whether we are having that remember of a formula or not, whether we remember the formula or not, whether we know the formula or not, in order to, isn't it, understand. So definitely we should know the formula. The first one, Sharpe index. What is the formula? Rp minus Rf divided by standard deviation. So what is the second? Treynor's ratio. Treynor's index or treynor index. What is the formula? Rp minus Rf divided by. When we calculate Sharpe ratio, usually what are the informations we need? In order to find out Sharpe index, in order to find out the Sharpe ratio, what are the important informations we need to calculate? That is, the informations like portfolio return, risk-free rate, standard deviation. If these three informations are given in the problem, definitely very easily and very quickly we can calculate Sharpe index or Sharpe ratio. I repeat, three important informations are required to find out the Sharpe index. What are those three important the information? Portfolio return, risk-free rate, standard deviation for finding out Sharpe index or Sharpe ratio. Already I have taken in detail class. Though I have taken in detail class, it's my duty to explain some more. It's my duty to solve some more problems in order to practice isn't it? And in order to solve the problems very easily and quickly. So we understood about Sharpe index and trainer's index. In order to find out, or in order to solve the trainer's index or trainer's ratio, what are the informations we need? Yes, as it is, portfolio return we need, risk-free rate we need, RP minus RF divided by, when we calculate trainer's ratio, at that time we don't need standard deviation. Then which information we need? We need beta. So this is very important. Then third one. Then third. What is the third? What is the third ratio, or what is the third index? Jensen's index or else ratio. If you remember, or if you recall, or else if you ask me, sir, already we discussed, we solved some problems, we practiced some problems. Despite of practicing so many problems, we are unable to remember, we are unable to recall the Jensen's index or Jensen's ratio. Could you please tell me, sir? Yes, let me write. It's a very simple formula we use to find out Jensen's ratio. So oftenly and many times Jensen's ratio is also called as it means the CAPM model, capital asset pricing model. Usually the formula which is used to find out the cost of equity as per CAPM model, same the formula is used here. Okay, so in order to find out Jensen's ratio, or else in order to find out Jensen's index, which formula usually we use? Usually which formula we use? So let me write here RF, risk-free rate plus beta in a bracket RM minus RF. Is it not a simple formula? Yes, it is a very simple formula, because so RF usually we find in the problem, risk-free rate, we get this risk-free rate information in problem, and beta also we get this information in problem, and market return, yes, of course, this market return also we get from the problem, and a risk-free rate already we know that. So it means Jensen's index or Jensen's ratio. If there is a question, suppose if there is a question in your examination that find out Jensen's ratio, find out Jensen's index. If you will be asked like this question, so which formula you have to use to find out the Jensen's ratio? Very simple formula. You have to use. So what is that formula? Risk-free rate plus beta in a bracket RM minus RF. So RF means risk-free rate. It's we get in the problem. Already given information. beta also given information, market return also given information. So here also we need three informations. So usually these three informations we get from the problems. So what are those three informations? Means risk-free rate. Already we get given informations in the problem. Beta, given information in the problem. Market return, given information in the problem. So in order to find out the Jensen's ratio, these three important information we require. We require risk-free rate, beta, market return. What is the formula? Risk-free rate plus beta in a bracket market return minus RF. Okay. So already I have sent some more problems in our WhatsApp group. Almost all in all the BCom final year section I have sent. Okay, dear students, let's solve those problems which I have sent in your WhatsApp group. Okay. Okay. The first problem, let me analyze this. A and B are two portfolios. A has a sample mean of success 12%. B has a sample mean of success 16%. The respective standard deviation are 15% and 18%. The mean return for the market index is 12. Standard deviation is 8, while the risk-free rate is 8%. Compute the Sharpe index for the portfolios and market. If you ask me what actually we have to find out this problem, so from this problem we have to find out the Sharpe index for both the portfolio. Portfolio names are given in this problem. Two portfolios are given, portfolio A, portfolio B. As I already told you that Sharpe index formula, what is the Sharpe index formula? RP. What is the RP full form? Portfolio return. What is the RF? Risk-free rate. Then what is this symbol? Sigma. Standard deviation. Isn't it? So Sharpe index formula RP minus RF divided by standard deviation. So all these informations for both of the portfolio it is given in the problem. Okay. So sir, where are these problems? If you ask me, already I have sent in your WhatsApp group. Okay. So let me solve this problem. First, what are the given informations? Let me write here. Portfolio A. Portfolio A. Portfolio B. Then one more we have to find out a Sharpe index for market index. market index. Okay. All the readily available all the informations are readily available in the problems. Portfolio A, portfolio return, it is given. It is not given like RP, but we have to understand in that way. A has, it means portfolio A has a sample mean of success 12%, which means we should understand it as a RP, portfolio return 12%. Then B has a sample mean of success 16%. RP portfolio B's portfolio return is 16%. It is a given information in the problem. Then the next, we need standard deviation for both of the portfolio, no? Yes. ECD. Standard deviation of a portfolio 15% given in problem. 15%. Then 18% in case of portfolio B. 18%. And in order to find out a Sharpe index or Sharpe ratio, we need a risk-free rate also. Is it given or not? Yes. Before writing risk-free rate, RF 8% is given. It's we use this RF for commonly in a portfolio while calculating portfolio A is a Sharpe index, while calculating portfolio B is a Sharpe index, while calculating market index's Sharpe ratio, commonly use 8% only. It comes in every calculations. Okay. Then what about the market index? Market index is 12. It is given 12%. Market index. Its standard deviation is 8. So this one, while calculating market index, so usually same formula we use, but instead of RP, we take this market return like that. So market return is 12%. In that we have to take not, we should not take RP. Okay. So let me use because what actually we have to compute from this given information. So we have to calculate Sharpe index. Sharpe index or else ratio. Already in my recorded video class, I discussed in detail that higher the Sharpe ratio will be the better performing portfolio. Which portfolio's ratio is higher one, that portfolio is considered as a excellent portfolio, a better performing portfolio. So here also two portfolios informations are given, and even market index also that information is given. After finding out portfolio A, portfolio B and market index, we have to make a comparison between two. So after making a comparison between two, which is the best portfolio, we have to decide. So how we have to decide? How we decide which is the best one? As per the rule, which portfolios, according to this I am telling, as per this, which portfolios ratio is higher one? For example, in this problem we are calculating Sharpe ratio. Suppose after calculation we'll come to know that, but hypothetically let's take one example. Suppose portfolio is Sharpe ratio is higher one, which means compared to the portfolio B. So the portfolio A is considered as a better performing portfolio. Now I hope you are understanding what I am trying to convey you. Okay. So here already I have written a heading, portfolio performance evaluation. Portfolio performance evaluation. How one has to evaluate the portfolio performance. The portfolio performance evaluation is done by using very popular and famous the tools like Sharpe ratio, Treynor's ratio, and Jensen's ratio. Okay, so let's calculate this one. Sharpe index or Sharpe ratio equal to, very simple formula, RP minus RF divided by standard deviation. What is the portfolio return? We have to write here, Sharpe index or Sharpe ratio of portfolio A. This is very important. We have to write because we are finding out Sharpe ratio of portfolio A. Afterwards we find out portfolio B's Sharpe index. Okay. Then what is the RP? RP is 12%. RF, it's a common for every calculation, 8%. We should not use percentage symbol. Okay, 12 minus 8. Standard deviation of portfolio A, 15%. Okay, then 12 minus 8. 12 minus 8, it's a 4. Right, divided by 50. What is the answer? Four divided by 12. If we calculate 4 divided by not 12, 4 divided by 15. 0.2666. Let's take up to 4 digit. Okay. Even we can make it as a round figure. 0.26 means after third digit is 6. If it is a more than 5, we can easily make it as a round figure. So let's take this one as 0.27 answer. If you remember and recall, already the same problem we solved, Yes, yesterday only we solved this same problem. I don't know why it is given repeatedly in exercise. So yesterday the problems which I had solved, so all the problems, so they were illustrations questions. So today I am solving exercise questions. Okay. So Sharpe ratio of a portfolio A answer is 0.27. Now let's calculate Sharpe ratio of a portfolio B. What is the formula? Same, RP minus RF divided by standard deviation. What is the portfolio return of portfolio B? RP 16% minus RF 8% divided by standard deviation of portfolio B 18% it is given in the problem. So 16 minus 8 divided by 18. Then what is the answer? Let me calculate. 8 divided by 18. So our answer is 0.44. So 0.44. So 0.44 it is the Sharpe ratio of portfolio B. Now you can easily make a comparison, isn't it? Earlier, what was the answer? I mean, what was the answer of a portfolio A? The Sharpe ratio of a portfolio A was 0.27, and the Sharpe ratio of a portfolio B's answer is 0.44. Which is the highest ratio? Whether the Sharpe ratio of portfolio A is higher, or whether the Sharpe ratio of portfolio B is higher. The Sharpe ratio of portfolio B is higher when we compare between two portfolios. So which means, which is the better performing portfolio means, as per our analysis, as per the rule, we have to conclude that the portfolio B is a better performing portfolio compared to the portfolio A. Okay. Now let's calculate the market index now. Not RP. Market index, its ratio. Market return minus risk-free rate divided by standard deviation. What is the market return? Market return is given 12% minus risk-free rate is 8 divided by standard deviation is given for market index 8. 12 minus 8, 4 divided by 8. What is the answer? 4 divided by 8. 0.5. So market index, its answer is 0.5. If we multiply with 100, we will get in percentage 50%. Even for portfolio A, even portfolio for B, we can use into 100. So we'll get 10%. So this is we completed. I have solved question number 1. So the problems which I have sent in our WhatsApp group. Now let me calculate second one. You are asked to analyze the two portfolio having the following characteristics. Actually 4 columns tables are given in the problem. Particulars and the percentages like return, standard deviation, RF, like that. Fund X and fund Y. So instead of using the term portfolio, so in this problem, which term is used here? Fund A and Fund B. So let's change it. Fund A, Fund B. I think we need not to calculate market index because only two portfolios information are given here. So the portfolios names are Fund A portfolio, Fund A, Fund B, which means the two portfolios information are given in the problem. So let's calculate this. What actually we have to calculate from the given information. So let me analyze this problem. First let me take what are the given informations in the problem. So RP of Fund A. What is the RP of Fund A? 17%. Let's take this 17%. RP 17%. What is the standard deviation of not A and B? This one also we have to correct. Fund X and Fund Y, like this the informations are given. What are the portfolios name? Fund X, Fund Y, not Fund A and Fund B. We have to make a correction then. Fund X, Fund Y. What is the Fund X's portfolio return? 17%. What is the standard deviation of Fund X? 16%. Okay, then what is the portfolio return? So actually directly portfolio return it is not given in the problem. I have written like that. Okay, average return it is given in the problem like this. Average return. Average return means we should understand it as a portfolio return only. So fund wise average return is given 15%. 15%. Then what is the standard deviation of Fund X? 16. Yes, it's correct. And what is the standard deviation of Fund Y? It's given 12%. Then one more very important information we need. Risk-free rate. RF. What is the full form? Risk-free rate. Okay. You are asked to analyze the two portfolio having the following characteristics. Okay. So here also we have to find out. If you ask me, sir, we are getting confused. What actually we have to solve? What actually we have to find out from this problem, sir? We are getting confused. No, it's a very simple formula. It's a very simple problem, and there is no question about a difficulty, because it's a very simple problem. Because when the standard information, when the standard deviation information is given, risk-free rate is given, portfolio return, that is average return is given, means we should understand that, we should easily understand that this problem is based on Sharpe index or Sharpe ratio. Because how can we conclude, how can we decide like this? How I have decided to we have to solve the Sharpe ratio only, because the given informations, we have to see the given informations. The given informations are very clearly related to the Sharpe index. So that's why we have to find out Sharpe index. Let's calculate. Already given informations I have written on the board. So RF, it is given 9.5. So 9.5. What is the Sharpe index ratio formula? Very simple. So for both of the portfolio we have to find out Sharpe ratio equal to Sharpe ratio of X, fund X. What is the formula? RP minus RF divided by standard deviation. What is the portfolio return? So portfolio return, it is given, portfolio return of fund X, it is given 17%. What is the risk-free rate? It is given 9.5% in the problem, divided by standard deviation of fund X. So standard deviation of fund X, it is clearly given 16%. Then let me calculate this. So it's very simple, right? 17 minus 9.5, we get 7.5 divided by 16. So let me calculate this. 7.5 divided by 16, how much we get? So we get 0.4687, means let us take it as a round figure, 0.47. Okay, then it is the answer of Sharpe ratio or else Sharpe index of fund X. Okay, what is the answer? 0.47. Okay. Then now we have to find out the Sharpe ratio of fund Y. The Sharpe ratio of fund Y. The Sharpe ratio of fund Y. Let's calculate that. Same formula have to use. So portfolio return of fund Y, it is very clearly given 15%. Let's take that 15 minus RF. It's a common for even this fund Y also, 9.5 divided by standard deviation of fund Y. So it's given 12%. So 15 minus 9.5. Let me calculate. 15 minus 9.5. We get to 5.5 divided by 12. Okay. So 5.5 divided by 12. If we calculate, so we get information 0.4583 like that. Third digit is more than 5. So that's why let's take it as a round figure. 45, which means 46. Okay. The earlier answer was 47. The portfolio of fund X's answer was, the portfolio of fund X's andre the Sharpe ratio of portfolio X's answer was 0.47, right? And its answer is 0.46. So let me calculate again for fund X. So 17 minus 9.5 divided by, what is the standard deviation of X? 16. So 17 minus 9.5, 7.5 divided by, so 7.5 5 divided by 16. Yes, 0.47. Now let's make a comparison. It is a fund X in answer. It's the fund wise answer is 0.46. So which is the highest one? When we make a comparison, definitely the fund X, its Sharpe ratio is higher one. So which portfolio's Sharpe ratio is higher one? So definitely that portfolio is considered as a better performing portfolio. So in our problem, so the fund X portfolio is better one. Now let's quickly calculate the third problem. So here portfolio A and portfolio B, like that the information is given. Now I am solving question number 3rd, exercise question number 3rd. So already, if you ask me, sir, where are the questions? These questions already I have sent in our WhatsApp group. Even you can check that. Okay. So let me all the given informations of question number 3. So here also the two portfolios information are given. The two portfolios informations, like the portfolio names are A and B. A and B. Portfolio A, portfolio B. That's it. See, actually, what kind of informations are given in this problem? So let me analyze. There are 4 columns table is given. In first column, portfolio A, B. Second column, average return. Portfolio A's average return is 18%, portfolio B's average return 12%. Then beta of portfolio A 2, then beta of portfolio B 1.5. Standard deviation of portfolio A 3 and standard deviation of portfolio B is 2. The risk-free rate is 9%. The return on the market portfolio is 15%. The standard deviation of market is 6%, which means we have to find out even the market index Sharpe ratio. Okay, so actually what we have to find out or compute from this given information, trainer's index we have to find out, Sharpe's index for market portfolio we have to find out. And after finding out a trainer's index and a Sharpe index, we have to evaluate the portfolio performance. Okay, so we have to evaluate the portfolio performance means whether the portfolio is a better one or whether the portfolio B is better one. So in that we have to comment. Okay, let's calculate this question number 3. It's also very simple because we have to find out 2 ratios here. The trainer's ratio of a portfolio A and B and the Sharpe ratio of a portfolio A and B. And later on, even market index for Sharpe ratio also we should calculate. So let's calculate first trainer's ratio. Trainer's ratio or else index equal to, what is the simple formula? RP minus RF divided by standard deviation. No, while calculating trainer's index or trainer's ratio, we should not take a standard deviation. We should use, instead of standard deviation, we should use beta. Yes, these beta information is given in the problem. So first let's take all the given informations here. So the question number 3, portfolio is RP is 18%. One more we have to add here beta, because so trainer's ratio we have to find out. What is the portfolio return of A? 18%. Then portfolio return of B, 12%. What is the standard deviation of portfolio A? 3%. What is the standard deviation of portfolio B? 2%, not percentage, 3.2. Yes. Then beta, one more. Beta of a portfolio A, it's a very clearly 1, 2. Then beta of portfolio B, 1.5. Then a risk-free rate 9.5. It's correct? No, not 9.5. 9%. Then market index also given, so market index, so its market return is given. Return on the market portfolio is 15%. The standard deviation of the market is ACD of market. Standard deviation of market is given 6%. Okay, let's calculate trainer's ratio. So instead of taking the standard deviation, we have to use beta. What is the portfolio return of portfolio A? Trainer's ratio index of portfolio A. Like this we have to write, because we are finding separately. When we find out a trainer's ratio means we have to find out the trainer's ratio of portfolio A, and later on we have to find out a trainer's ratio of portfolio B. In that way we have to find out the two portfolios ratios separately, because in order to make a comparison, in order to evaluate between two portfolios which is the better one, we have to calculate separately. Okay, so that's why the portfolio return of portfolio A is 18%. It is given in the problem, and RF it's a 9% here. Then what is the beta? Because why we have used this beta here? Because we are finding a trainer's ratio. We are not finding Sharpe ratio. When we find out Sharpe ratio, definitely in that formula we use a standard deviation instead of beta. But right now we are solving a trainer's ratio, so that's we have to use beta here. So this is the difference between both ratio. Okay, so that one all of you keep in your mind. Okay, 18 minus 9 divided by, what is the beta of portfolio A? 2. It is given 2. Then 18 minus 9, 9 divided by 2. What is the answer? 4.5, I think. 9 divided by 2. 4.5. If you multiply with 100, we'll get in percentage. Right? 45%. So what is the answer? 4.5 as per the trainer's ratio, 4.5 is the trainer's ratio of portfolio A. Now let's calculate the trainer's ratio of portfolio B. I'll run this one and write it as a trainer's ratio or a trainer's index of portfolio B now. Let's calculate. So what is the portfolio return of B? So the portfolio return of B, the portfolio return of B is 12% minus what is the RF? 9% divided by what is the beta of portfolio B? 1.5. Okay. Let me calculate 12 minus 9, 3 divided by 1.5. So 3 divided by 1.5 will get answer 2. Is it correct? Okay. So earlier, as per the trainer's ratio, the trainer's ratio of portfolio A's answer was 4.5. Now just we calculated, trainer's index or trainer's ratio of portfolio B, its answer is 2. Which is the highest one? Whether the 4.5, that ratio is higher, or whether the answer is the trainer ratio of 2 is higher. 4.5 answer, 4.5 is the higher trainer ratio. So that's why, as per the trainer's ratio, according to the trainer's ratio, so we can conclude that among these two portfolio, according to the trainer's ratio, portfolio A is a better portfolio. Portfolio A is performing better, which means that portfolio is generating overall portfolio return by minimizing the overall risk of the portfolio. It clearly indicates that meaning. Okay, so let's calculate now Sharpe index or Sharpe ratio. So in order to find out the Sharpe ratio, we need standard deviation. Already it's given in the problem. So let's calculate Sharpe index or else ratio. Sharpe index or Sharpe ratio equal to, what is the simple formula? RP minus RF divided by standard deviation. We should not use here beta because we are finding now, we are calculating Sharpe index. So we have to write here Sharpe index or ratio of portfolio A. So let's use all the informations and find out this Sharpe ratio of portfolio A. So what is the portfolio return of portfolio A? 18% is given in the problem. RF it is also given in 9%. Divided, what is the standard deviation of portfolio A? 3. Then 18 minus 9, we get 9%, yes, 9 divided by 3. Yes, even 9 divided by 4.5, no answer. 4.5. No, not 4.5. 9 divided by 3. We get answer 3. Okay. Then let's calculate now the Sharpe index or ratio of portfolio B. So all of you remember Sharpe index ratio of portfolio E. A's answer is 3. Now let's calculate the Sharpe ratio of portfolio B. Then what is the portfolio return of portfolio B? 12% is given problem. RF 9% divided by standard deviation, it's a 2. 12 minus 9, it's 3. 3 divided by 12 is 1.5, right? 3 divided by 2 will get 1.5. So now then again, you make a comparison, you make an evaluation of the portfolio. After making a evaluation of portfolio, so according to even Sharpe ratio, which is the better portfolio, which portfolio is best one, which portfolio is excellent one, definitely we can be concluded that the Sharpe ratio of portfolio A's answer is higher one, 3, but the Sharpe ratio of portfolio B's answer is 1.5. So that's why when the Sharpe ratio of a portfolio A is higher, means definitely that is considered as a best portfolio, a better performing portfolio. Okay, and even let's calculate this because it is given market index. Let's calculate. Sharpe index in a bracket market index. Let's calculate. So market return, instead of RP we should take as a market return minus RF divided by standard deviation of market. Like this we have to take. So market return, it is given 15%. RF already we know that 9% divided by standard deviation of market. Separately we have to take this one. Then yes, 15 minus 9, 6. 6 divided by 6, answer is 1, right? 15 minus 9, 6. 6 divided by 6, answer is 1, right? So this is the market index Sharpe ratio. Now let's calculate. Okay, that's over. I think we also have evaluated. We have also evaluated the portfolio performance according to trainor's ratio and according to Sharpe ratio. According to trainor's index, according to Sharpe index. So now, very quickly, let's calculate one more question, that is question number 4. Question number 4. In question number 4, let me analyze what are the different informations are given and what actually we have to find out. The actual results of the portfolio and the market index during the past 3 years are given below, and 4 columns tables are given here: portfolio A, B, C and market index. Return on portfolio given, portfolio beta is given, risk-free interest rate is given, right? You are required to rank these portfolios according to Jensen's measure of portfolio evaluation. So far we calculated the problems on Sharpe index and trainor's index. According to Sharpe index and according to trainor's index, we evaluated the different portfolios, and among those different portfolios, which is the better portfolio, which is the better performing portfolio, we concluded by with the help of the rule, higher the ratio, higher will be the higher the ratio, better will be the portfolio. In that way we concluded and we commented. So this is a very simple and it is also very easy problem, because it is based on Jensen's ratio. It is not based on trainor's and Sharpe ratio. So already we know that the Jensen's ratio formula, separately we have to calculate. Let me write here, question number 4, this one. Jensen's ratio or else index equal to RF plus beta in bracket RM market return minus RF. Okay, let me calculate portfolio A is Jensen's ratio, portfolio B is Jensen's ratio, portfolio C is Jensen's ratio. Okay, what is the, so if you need this question, already I have sent in your WhatsApp group. You can check a question number 4. Just half an hour or 40 minutes back I have sent these 5 questions, right? Yes, let me check. The portfolio A's Jensen's ratio right now I am finding out. So what is the RF? What is the RF? The RF is given return on portfolio, not return on portfolio, RF risk-free rate. So risk-free rate is 8% plus. So what is the beta of a portfolio A? The beta of portfolio A is 1.2. Then what is the market return? Let me check. The market return is 13%. I think it is also repeating, right? Already we have calculated this. 13 minus 8. What is the answer? 13 minus 8 means we have to write 8 plus 1.2 as it is, and it becomes 5. Then 1.2 into 5. 1.5 into, not 1.5, 8, sorry, 1.2 into 5, we get 8 plus 6. So 8 plus 6 means 14. I think it is repeated again. Already we have solved this. Though we solved, let's another time solve, because it becomes practice. Then next, portfolio B. So portfolio B's answer, let us calculate portfolio B's Jensen's ratio. Let me check the problem. Let me get the information. Portfolio B's beta is 0.8, which means so risk-free RF, according to this formula only I am writing the information. RF is 8 plus beta is 0.8. So what is the market return? 13 minus RF 8. So 8 plus 0.8 we have to write as it is. Then 13 minus 8, it becomes 5. Now let me take 8 plus. Now we have to multiply 0.8 into 5. 0.8 into 5. We get 4. So 8 plus 4, 12. Just you observe, portfolio A's Jensen's ratio is 14. Portfolio B's Jensen's ratio is 12. Now let's calculate last and final one, portfolio C. So let me check the beta, because that one only changes here, everything is same. 1.5. 1.5. 8 plus 1.5. Market return 13 minus 8. Let's take as it is 8 plus 1.5. 13 minus 8. 13 minus 8 means it becomes 5. Now let's calculate 8 plus 1.5. 1.5 into 5 will get 7.5. Yes, 8 plus 7.5, we get the answer 15.5. So if you closely observe and if you keenly observe among these three portfolio A, B, C, which portfolio's Jensen's ratio is higher one? Yes, without any doubt, without any question, we have to quickly answer that the portfolio C's Jensen's ratio is highest one, 15.5. So that's why if anybody asks us to evaluate the portfolios, if any expert or if anybody asks us to evaluate these three portfolio performance and they ask us to comment, means definitely our answer should be portfolio C is a better portfolio as per the Jensen's ratio. Okay, so this is I think the problem is on Jensen's ratio, and I hope you all are very clear about this particular formula, Jensen's ratio formula, and how it will be calculated. Okay, I think I hope if any problems arises, if there will be any problems on these portfolio performance evaluations methods like Sharpe index, Treynor's index, and Jensen's index, so definitely you can easily solve, and you have to solve these questions. Okay, why I have solved these problems means who knows, suppose if the problems given, if the problems arises, if the problems are given in the examination, definitely either writing theoretically you can choose these problems to answer. Okay, I think I need to end up this recording video class, and definitely more and more similar problems you practice in your home, so that it will be beneficial for your final examination. Okay, thank you everyone, thank you very much.